The Pokemon timeline is actually something that I've visited quite frequently here in the past. This is actually a video that I made a couple of years ago and never actually posted, so I'm going to go ahead and put a new spin on it. Because why not? Analyzing endgame evidence and lore is something that I love doing from the Pokemon world, and continuing on with our Pokemon timeline is something that I've been looking forward to doing for a while. So, with that, hello everybody, and thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Lane, and with that, let's get started. In 2009, we were once again brought to the amazing world of Pokemon, this time through the PokéPark series. The PokéPark series sees us go through a world completely inhabited by Pokemon. We travel through many zones, each of which has one or two mini-games called attractions. In each of these games, working together or with other Pokemon is required to succeed. Over the course of the games, more and more Pokemon will be befriended, and they will help the player to achieve higher scores in attractions. Attractions are less of a focus in PokéPark 2. They are only found in the Wish Park, which is hosted by Darkray's minions, to bewitch Pokemon into staying in Wish Park forever. Once the story is completed, the attractions are once again considered safe, and all of the Pokemon may play them freely. So to start, we're actually going to be looking at the connection between the two games. So for PokéPark, and for PokéPark 2, Wonders Beyond. In the first game, Pikachu is dropped into the PokéPark with three friends, that being Charmander, Chikorita, and Piplup. Through the game, each one of these Pokemon has a goal. Charmander wants to make fireworks, Chikorita wants to build a treehouse, and Piplup wants to restore the hot air balloon. Over the course of the game, all of these goals are accomplished. Now cut to the event of the second game. Pikachu and Piplup travel to a new land via the hot air balloon that was restored in the first game, securely cementing this game as a direct sequel to this. To further push this point, in the sequel game, a Burmy confirms that both parks exist in the same continuity. So great, we do know that the games take place one after another. Fantastic. But where in the overall Pokemon timeline does this appear? So just for reference, this is what our Pokemon timeline currently looks like. We do know that this is a world that is only or mainly inhabited by Pokemon, but there are signs that humans existed in this world. There are human-made Pokemon like Baltoy, Claydol, Voltorb, Electrode, Porygon Z, Golurk, Golett, and Reshiram and Zekrom. And human-made structures like the Haunted Zone, Cove Town, Windmill Way, and the entire tech area, including the train station, the Unna Warehouse, and the Scientorium, and then of course Wish Palace. Now while Pokemon probably didn't build all of these structures, possible? Yes. Likely? No. I think it's more likely that they maybe maintained these buildings instead of actually building brand new. So humans needed to have existed at some point to be able to build the structures that Pokemon maintained. So theory time. This game actually appears in our downfall timeline, or dystopian timeline, which happens at the very end of our main series timeline. This kind of falls near where Mystery Dungeon takes place, but it's going to be before them in the overall timeline. Stone and wooden structures are still standing, so not that much time could have passed for all of these to still be here. And some people might be commenting on how I was all like, oh, well, the decrepit lab and the power plant and Mystery Dungeon are still standing, and that's how we know humans are there, but listen here. I'm no scientist, but I do know that metal is a lot harder to break down than stone and wood. So it's definitely possible that they are still going to be there after 1,000 years, especially if they're underground, bunker style. Because then there's no wind or water erosion, like they're just underground chilling, while these structures are out in the open. So of course, with our overall timeline, it's going to be here. With a more focus on the dystopian part of the timeline, it'll be here. Alright you guys, this was a shorter video, so let me know what your thoughts, comments are, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Whoa! Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!